Just coming back to Arsenal briefly, do you think they are genuine title contenders this year?
Yes, I think so. I think we all, not we all. I think City. I think everyone is. That's the team to catch. Obviously, they look strong. They won the triple. They still carry on. They sign new players, but I think the experience Arsenal got last year, I think will help them this year. I think the whole squad, the club, coaching staff, all that. I think that will help them. I know they are playing Champions League this year. That maybe last year they played Europa League, so still played Europe. Some must talk about that Europa League is more difficult to cope with. I don't know that, but anyway, but they got more experience. So I think it'll be close this year between. Yeah, I don't know, 3-4 teams.
Well, you mentioned it being close. I was going to say that. So I think it's 3 points cover the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
That makes it look exciting. But do you think one of the reasons I think why that's exciting is because other teams are capable of taking points off some of these top clubs? Do you feel Brentford are very much one of those teams?
Yeah, I do. Like any game, we went into the game against Liverpool. Big belief that we could win. We lost 3-0. So we know we face a team that are one of the best in the world. Liverpool and Arsenal are as well. But we believe it, and we play for the win. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it don't. And I think it's a big thing. The belief is unbelievably important. And then, of course, we try to tweak and the game plan and do everything we can to try to see if we can win. Because if we only go in there for a draw, very unlikely you're going to win.
But do you get the sense that your approach is shared by other teams, perhaps lower down, is that they can get points off these big teams?
Of course, I don't know in detail what they think and what they do, but I also haven't met a player or a manager that is not going into the game with a belief of they can get something out of it.
Something else I was going to ask, obviously, Mikel Arteta has been charged by the FA for some comments that he made. I don't want to talk about him specifically, but more generally, the idea of what you can and can't say, and people, I think a lot of managers are just being honest when they're interviewed, perhaps just after the match. And where do you sort of feel the line is about what you should be able to say, which is just your honest opinion, and perhaps what you're not allowed to say? Do you ever feel constrained, or where do you sort of feel that line should be about what you can and can't say after a match?
I think it's important that we are able to be honest. I guess it goes both ways with journalists or coaches or refs or who else are communicating, public or internal. It's how the nuances are. So you can do it very, very, very black and white. I think it's probably a little bit more in the middle. So I think. And you the wording can be very harsh, and that's honest. But you can be direct and clear. I think that's fair to do that. If you are direct and clear and not too harsh with your wording, then I think there's no problem.
And is that difficult? That balance?
I think it's difficult. I think. You really need to look at both sides of the elephant when you come with your critic, because you need to, and I'm also talking about myself now, you need to be aware I can come straight back to you. So there's definitely some, and I got a very, very good friend here and help, because I'm quite emotional and also have that, I hate if I feel treated unfair, so I definitely want to react to that, but I know if I react too harsh in the media, it will always come back. So either if that's ref or whatever, another coach or whatever, the journalist, it will just come back to me. So it's not worth to take that battle.
But do we want to live in a world where people can't say anything that they think because they're too worried about repercussions? Or
No, definitely not. I agree, but I think the way the media world works, let's say that, I'm more aware of not being too direct or whatever with my message, because I know it will just hit me. So one day where I'm lying down, then someone will run over me because I said something wrong one day. And and what do I win? I can never win anything unless it's something clear about what a bigger subject than football, whatever, or life or whatever. I think that's clear.
Brilliant. Just one final one from me. I think Neil Maupay is still a bit of a pantomime villain with some Arsenal fans for something that happened not at Brentford when he was at Brighton about 3 years ago.
What did he do?
I think it was a challenge on Leno, the goalkeeper, and then he got the winner in that game.
Yeah.
And they've never forgotten it, apparently. He has got that ability, hasn't he, to perhaps get under the skin of people. Is it an asset? Can you use that in the right way?
Yeah, but what do we call that? Do you call that the winning mentality? Do you call that positive, whatever, aggression or whatever? You know, it's competitive sport. You need to have that edge to compete, and sometimes it can be difficult to compete hard with a smile on your face. So I think you need that edge when you are playing. I like personal. To do as much as possible to show class. I really, I can't swear, but I really, I don't nail it every single time because you want to win. And I think Neil's got some of that, and I think it's good.
Thank you.
Ian?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm going to steer on to your favourite subject, VAR.
Thank you. I was missing it.
Comments from Ange Postecoglou a couple of weeks ago saying that the delays, standing around waiting for decisions, people still talking about what happened against Arsenal and Newcastle 2 weeks after it happened. VAR is not potentially good for the game, and it's also kind of putting more pressure on referees, and that's filtering down to kind of grassroots level. Where is VAR doing more harm than good?
Good question. I don't want to go into that because VAR will be ever good. So why talk about it? Harm or good? I know someone needs to, but I think honestly, I think it's a waste of time. If it's good or bad, it's here, and it will not go away. So we need to solve the issue, and we need to make it better. And I've said before, it's very young in football, VAR. And how do you improve in life, in every business? By making mistakes, and hopefully no one is making those mistakes on purpose. So the more we can improve it, the better. That's how I see it.
But the fact that everyone's still talking about it, is it?
Yeah, it's because it's the most popular sport in the world, and it's almost religion for some people when their team are winning or losing, and we need to blame someone. You know, it's nothing to do with when we're not going to lose tomorrow. If we lose tomorrow, of course, it's nothing to do with me. I was perfect. My tactic was absolutely unbelievable. I nailed the line out, I nailed the subs, I nailed everything. Yeah, come on.
And just with Arsenal, there is perhaps been an accusation they're a little bit too emotional. Do you see that as something that you can exploit?
Arsenal as a club,
yeah,
or
not just a team, you know, it's on the sideline, and whenever they score a goal, it seems like they won the World Cup kind of thing. Is it kind of? Is that something you can exploit?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit. It's classic, isn't it? Then there's some coaches or players that are not celebrating when they're scoring a goal. What is that? You're doing the most difficult thing in football. You're scoring a goal. You should celebrate. And if you score a last-minute winner against any team, and we know how difficult it is to win in Premier League, you should celebrate. I'm a believer of that. I like that. Emotional or not, I don't know if Arsenal are that or not. I will not be the judge on that.
So if I score a last minute winner tomorrow, you might be upset if they said Brentford.
If they run across my box, maybe I'll trip them. But no, it's you know, if we score last minute winner, I will also be running around and celebrating.